I think we are on time now. We people are know that still people coming on board, but we can start now. So, hi Larry, how are you?
I'm good, Laura. How are you? It's good to see you.
The same, excellent. It's great to have you
Hi,
here. Hi
everybody.
Martina.
Hi, everybody.
Excellent.
How are you?
Well, everybody meet our team. Well, Larry Lead is our new general manager. He's been, we're very happy to have you, Larry, and thank you for participating as well in this webinar.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You think I should start? Are you ready to start and kind of go through this?
Yes, I think that we can start. I know that some people are coming in, but yeah, we can. We have quite a few people there, so let's start for the ones that are punctual. Well, let me introduce Martina as well. Martina Vargas, she's in our sales team as well. For those one that doesn't know Martina yet, she's very customer focused and will be happy to answer to any questions you may have.
Hi, everybody. Thank you very much, Lara. And yes, of course, I'm glad to help anyone with any questions you have.
Laura, can you see my screen?
I can, Larry.
Well, perfect. And I guess I'll start. Hello and good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. As Laura said, I'm Larry Leet, and we're truly excited to explore a topic that's quietly but powerfully reshaping our industry. The evolution of sales support within the contract office furniture world, and a look at how KISS can bolster that support. Since 2020, we've been in an unprecedented transformation in how, where, and why people work. Offices have shifted from being singular headquarters to flexible hybrid ecosystems. Companies are designing environments that foster interaction, connection, well-being, and agility. And that shift has redefined client expectations. As a result, sales support has undergone a profound transformation. No longer just an administrative back office function, sales support is now a critical frontline player in creating great client experiences and ensuring project success. Let's start with what's happening inside dealerships. Today, sales support teams are taking on broader, more strategic responsibilities. They are deeply involved in space planning exercises, understanding how to configure environments that support new ways of working. They're tasked with not only understanding product specifications, but also being fluent in workplace trends, wellness, ergonomics, sustainability, and hybrid design principles, just to name a few. This evolution means sales support is more intertwined with account executives and design teams than ever before, becoming co-creators of client solutions rather than merely processors of paperwork. Communication has also leveled up. Clients expect faster, clearer, and more personalized responses. Sales support professionals have become trusted advisors, providing real-time updates, offering alternative solutions when needed, and creating confidence through consistent, proactive communication. Meanwhile, manufacturers have recognized this shift and have begun evolving their support models accordingly. Today, leading manufacturers working with digital-first developers like KISS empower dealership sales support teams with sophisticated digital platforms. These tools put real-time product data, pricing, and availability at their fingertips. Rather than waiting days for quote clarifications or lead time information, sales support can access answers instantly, dramatically improving client responsiveness. Manufacturers are also investing heavily in ongoing virtual training, not just around new products, but around how those products fit into emerging workplace strategies. And they've enhanced supply chain visibility tools, equipping sales support with dynamic substitution options and real-time production updates. This partnership between manufacturers and dealerships strengthens the entire value chain and positions sales support to be more agile and client-focused. The tools we use have also become very mission-critical. Sales support teams are often the first to deploy space planning and visualization software. Platforms like CET Designer, the Kits Configurator, SketchUp, and Revit plugins allow clients to see concepts, products, and layouts quickly, often in real time. Augmented reality applications further enhance the client experience by helping visualize furniture in actual spaces before purchasing decisions are made. CRM platforms such as HubSpot and Salesforce have become indispensable. enabling better tracking of client interactions, preferences, and project timelines. Paired with sales enablement platforms like Showpad, sales support now has immediate access to up-to-date marketing collateral, finish libraries, and client-specific pitch materials. Additionally, cloud-based sales platforms like the KITS Collaborator allow sales support teams to collaborate visually and remotely across locations. This allows for the reduction of errors, speeding up project timelines, and maintaining flexibility in an unprecedented environment. But beyond new responsibilities, partnerships, and technology, the most profound change is in the mindset around sales support itself. Sales support is no longer reactive, it's proactive. It's no longer administrative, it's strategic. And it's no longer just focused on products, it's centered around solving client challenges. Sales support professionals today anticipate client needs, offer strategic alternatives, and help drive broader project outcomes. They help navigate complexities that clients may not even recognize at the outset, from furniture fit to ergonomic compliance to supply chain realities. They create solutions that reflect not just products, but possibilities. And that's why today sales support isn't just about order taking, it's about outcome making. When we recognize the true strategic value of sales support, when we invest in their tools, their training, and their integration into the heart of our client relationships, we create a competitive advantage that goes beyond just price or product alone. We create lasting client loyalty, deeper partnerships, and stronger, more resilient businesses. In short, embracing the evolution of sales support isn't optional. It's essential to thriving in the future of work. Thank you so much today for your time and your attention and your commitment to helping us move this industry forward. With that, I'll turn the conversation over to Laura and Martina. Ladies, take it away.
Thank you so much, Larry. That was a great insight on how the industry is going. Well, now I wanted to, take it from the sales part. I mean, what we need in order to make these people successful. I mean, the sales support team is a growing role in the dealerships, and I think it's very important also on the manufacturer side as well. We developed a tool, the KITS Collaborator, which is our sales tool, just to provide exactly that, just to empower sales support people to get to the information, also not just to be a mere information provider, but also, if there is a new product, they can search what is new, they know the clients, they can get proactive also in the sales process, not only just the messenger, really. Let me see if I don't know if you can see my screen.
Yep, we can.
Okay, good. Perfect. Let me just, before what I like to do always, is just to show the tool itself, because I think that's the best way to to get the visuals. But anyway, the KITS platform with the KITS Collaborator, the idea is to provide a powerful, efficient, and effective platform. Why? For those that they are not exposed to the KITS Collaborator yet, KITS Collaborator is a sales tool. It's an app that goes on an iPad or in any Windows device. It's a tool that it's very rapid implementation. It's one-day setup. Basically, once you subscribe, the sales support person will receive the login information. They download the catalogs, and then they can start working with the tool. The minimal training needed. That's also really a benefit because of it's just 1 hour for the initial training session to get started. And if you think, we look at these roles that is very, the rotation is quite high. So we need somebody, just to come on board, just in 1 day, 2 days, they can be already responding and being servicing, salespeople and designers as well. Also, the hardware simplicity is one key aspect of the KITS platform, because it works on an iPad, on a Surface Pro, any Windows device. You don't need a heavy computer to host this tool, and also it's a mobile tool. Now that all the sales now the sales roles are on the go all the time, so the idea is that they can have any Windows device with a tool or the tool that or the computer that they work at home. They can use this platform. And the main thing is the visually impactful, how the presentations, the renderings, and the VRs, and all the way that you can see the product with the finishes, and that helps the client visualize not only the product itself, but also in the space. And accuracy is as well one of the great values, because that will be the tool to go for information, and that information is provided by manufacturers. So the same data that manufacturers send to all the different design platforms like CET or the 2020 Syncly, then we get the same data. So you make sure that all information is either finishes, products, pricing, it's accurate. So let me just start. What I would like to do is I'm going to reflect the Kit Collaborator now so you can actually see the tool. See? Can you see my screen now?
Showing planning typicals.
Okay, yeah, good. Sorry. Okay, so this is the catalog part where you can see all the different manufacturers that are available on the platform. So also it's a great way because the support that you get, the information that you get is actually for all the main manufacturers, and we open to incorporate new manufacturers. We don't charge manufacturers to be in the platform, so any manufacturers out there that they want to be part, please give me a call and we make sure to get you set up. So this is the homepage of the Kit Collaborator that you can actually have the projects that you created. You can use them also as a reference for new projects. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up, the product. You can adjust the grid floor if you're looking into providing information on one particular space. But what I want you to see is, how easy it is to navigate here and how you can use it to search for items. So I'm going to create, a little office. Maybe do a reception. We got this Bastille Lounge just to have a reference. And again, every product that you get on here, that will allow the salesperson to get the information to the client. You have all the different finishes and also the pricing. So one of the main tools for a salesperson is just to get the quick sheet. That includes, you can include the pricing, you can include the finishes, all the information to get in seconds. So if you get a call from a salesperson or you get a call from a client where they need information on one particular item, then with this tool, you can provide this quick sheet that is very professional. We can incorporate the logo of the dealership or the manufacturer and the name of the sales support person. Or the sales, that's basically depending on the manufacturer, and they can get this information in seconds. Also, they can pick finishes. If they need to have different options of products, then they can put the angle for the image and then just click on quick sheet. And also one of the things that I experience that some manufacturers in some dealerships as well, the way to get all the information, because they might have to go to different sources, they might have to search on manufacturers' websites, but right here on Kits you get everything in one place. So that makes it, it saves a lot of time. I think that the idea is that your support person can be responding, providing an idea very quickly, and then moving on to the next project. I think it's not acceptable now to have a support person maybe spending 1 hour or 1.5 hours, even to provide this information to a client, just to do a rendering even, and also all the different specifications on the product. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to select the finishes for these sofas. I'm going to get different colors. And also you can, if you're talking to the client says, well, actually, or the salesperson said, oh, this client has a black carpet, please, I need it to be there because I know that not every furniture is gonna be looking good on that. So everything here you can accessorize. You have computer plans, anything that it helps you to accessorize the scene. And that makes a difference, right? Because you might have a column there that you want to put, and the client is worried about whether it's going to fit in the room. So we're going to use this black one. So to do something extreme. And then what we do is you just find the view that you want, and then you can do a render. So now with this tool, your support team can send to the salesperson or the dealership or the end user itself. They can send a quick sheet with a rendering and with a pricing in seconds. It will show you the history of the renderings right here, and it will create a PDF ready to send to the client. You can send the image as well, and but also, let's suppose you don't want to show the pricing, you can unselect that and it goes away. So this is one way to get the information to the client. You can also export it into a CIF and a DWG file. Again, this tool will fit the gap between the sales and the design team, right? So before the project goes into the design loop, this is the tool where you can get to the information, in seconds. I mean, usually, let's suppose, your designers are working in a Bank of America project, 10 floors, and you get a project like this. So you either have to wait until the designer finishes to get this, or, a private office, or they have to stop what they're doing just to do this and then get back. With the Git collaborator, these simple projects, freestanding and quick, at least ideation stuff, they can be done by your sales support team. So your designer can continue working in the 10th floor Bank of America project, which I think is, is crucial. But these little projects are crucial as well. And the idea is that, with kids, you can fill up that gap. So, and again, you can export it into a CIF, so you can process the order directly, and the DWG file just to get all the drawings and continue working if you need it in AutoCAD or even CET. Let me just do the last. I mean, if you think that the rendering is not good enough for your clients, okay, let me show you this. This is a new, what, Larry was talking about, the new in front, with that we're trying to do with the industry, just to make it, one step more professional. And also, but still, I mean, Kids Collaborator wants to keep all this smoothness. It works, as you can see, it doesn't crash. If you go to, I just created a VR scene, a 360 view. And if I'm going to view panoramas, then I can actually see this scene in a 360 view. I removed the black carpet, but I just left another one, another flooring different. Okay, so this is how it looks like, right? So it's not, now it's more than renderings. You can do all these and do live designs. If your sales support guy gets a call saying, okay, the red one is not good, I want to change it, very easily can do that without having to involve designers. So we're going to put the green one, which it's going to look worse, but doesn't matter.
Hey, Laura,
So,
while you're rendering, we have a couple questions. Can you answer these while you're going through that?
yeah, I'll be happy to do that. Yes.
First one's from Catherine. She's asking, is there a complete list of manufacturers included in this program, and how frequently are catalog product updates made?
Okay, perfect. Yes, we do have a list. Currently, we have 110 manufacturers. I'll be happy to email in, each one of you the list of the manufacturers that we currently have. And again, the frequency that we update, that depends on the manufacturer. Some manufacturers, they update every month, and then so we have to run the updates every month as well. And others, they update every year, every 6 months. I think with the current situation, I think everybody's rushing to update. So you expect to see updates in May for nearly all the manufacturers. And the ones that they don't update is because they're not updating the other platforms as well. I don't know if
We have
that
another question.
answers the question.
It's from Mark. Is that wall mauve or salmon behind you? It's orange. Sorry.
I saw they were gonna, ask about the guitar, but
Fender Jazz Bass. Sorry. Okay.
that's
Those are the
excellent.
questions we've got so far.
Okay, I hope you were able to appreciate, how I did the different changes in seconds, and then you can show. This is basically what we're talking about, empowering your sales support team just to do visual stuff, cool thing. Also, I mean, that will improve the, the engagement with your own company. I mean, if you provide your sales support team, a cool way to get, I mean, this tool is fun to work with, to be honest. So this is, they can feel that, they can get to the client, they can do cool stuff in seconds easily. And also I think they will enjoy working with your company as well. Okay, so one of the things that I was actually, I got a lot from manufacturers and dealerships as well, when they trying to get different options for clients, right? So in this case, I pull up 3 Technion chairs, and they will be like the good, the better, and the best, right? So this is something that the sales support can do, and with the Git collaborator, they can do it really professionally. Basically, they can get the quick sheet of each one of the options. You see this chair is $798. So you can get a quick sheet and send them, the good option, which is a great chair. It's a good chair, comfy, and meets all the requirements. But then you get this other option that also you can zoom in, zoom out. You can send them the quick sheet as well with all the options. And of course, it's $1,900. And then we get the best option, which is this particular item with nearly $3,000. But you can get also another cut sheet, so you can send them different options of different chairs in a PDF if you want. But we also have a cooler way to show it, and it's easy as well. So you can actually send an AR experience of each one of the items just by clicking share on an AR experience. That's all you need. You select the item, and then that goes on to select an AR project link. And let me show you how this looks like. So we got the good option here. So you can send this by email or by text message, and the client will get the item in 3D. But not only that, you can feel free to scan this QR code, and you can see that very chair on your device, on your phone, and you can place it on your camera. This is really cool because you can show a little video, you can zoom in, zoom out, play around with it. And again, that's your sales support people will be able to do this in seconds. We train them, don't worry. And again, the training is very fast, and they love it. And we also have the bedded option, which is the second chair that we were looking at. And again, you can zoom in, zoom out, and feel free, of course, to scan the QR code. So this is something that, little things like that, that can really make a difference with your clients as well. And of course with your sales support team, because they can feel that they're doing, cool stuff quickly, and they can be efficient. I think being efficient is one of the key parts, especially now that days are very challenging. So it's good to provide with tools that work well. Perfect. So yeah, see, this is about. Also, we got one of the things before. I want Martina to present the typicals and idea starters, because that's also, something that is wowing everybody. But we got one of the things that, it's great on Git Collaborator is the searching part. So if you're looking for instance, a side table, you just click here on or type side table, and then you get all the options from a particular manufacturer. If you want, in this case, I'm checking the Alemure. But I can move to a different manufacturer if I want to get those items from that. And also the pricing as well. This is a great way to get, if I'm looking for a specific item, or yeah, let's look for side tables, right, that are under $2,000. So this is what you get. And now if I'm trying to search for tables that are under $1,000, also I can actually do that. And then again, I can have all the information right here. So this is very, yes, go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
This is again from Catherine. Is the QR code for AR iPhone and Android compatible?
Yes, it's both. Yes, I think with some phones it doesn't work direct. I mean, you have to, if you have a very old phone. But my phone is old. Well, it has like 2 years and it still works fine. So it should work fine with everything. And one of the things that we have improved with the AR experience, when we develop it at the beginning, you will have to download the Julio version, right? You have to download the Julio viewer. So it was one extra step. Right now, you just scan the QR code and then you will get the link on your phone without having to, just have to approve to link it to your camera, and that's all you need. You don't have to download anything. So as a customer, experience perspective is really simple. It's just scan the QR code and then you're ready to go.
Yes, and that's very good too, because you can share it with customers. So they, perhaps you are not with them, but you can share the link or the QR code, and they can try it, perhaps how it matches with the wall, or if they would like to change the color or the finishes or whatever. So it's a very good extra experience, I think. So
Exactly.
would you like me to continue sharing my screen?
Yes, please, Martina. I would love to see your you showing us, the typicals. And I mean, so far what I show you is how a sales support person can look for items. They can create the stuff that, from scratch. They can do complex stuff as well if they want to, but in this case, I think the simple stuff, the simpler is better. And then now I'm going to move to Martina. She's going to show you also how you can start with typicals, with idea starters. So let's go to start from the simple and then go back to the complex.
Yes, so let me change. Here it is. So can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes? Okay, great. Then, so let's start from scratch now. This is a typical normal grid that you will find when you start a new project. And just imagine that you don't know nothing about design, and you just have to do something quick to share with the customer or with the salesperson, and you only know the idea of what they want, but you don't want to work much. So you can go to add an item and select on planning typicals. And here you will find all the galleries that our manufacturers have available. To have, they're like idea starters, where you will see some typicals. Let's go for all steel, for example. And then you can go and go deeper on each catalog, or just scroll after selecting what you would like to see. And let's go for, sorry, do you see this here or not? I don't know
Yes.
if I can close.
Yes, we're looking at Martina.
Okay, then you can search for exactly the planning typical you would like to start from, or just scroll. I will, for example, look for one that I like to work with. Let me see if I type, for example, this. I like this one that has different products, and then we only have to drag and drop into the scene. And the good thing of this planning typicals is that once we pick it, we can continue working on them. Of course, we can select the options and finishes, but we can also move things from place, or just, for example, delete some stuff that you don't need or wouldn't look good in the space you're working with. So you can, for example, let's take this from here, and just selecting it and going for
This is exactly what happens when somebody goes into your showroom and says, oh, I love this, but I like to remove these, or maybe a different table shape of the table or different color. So
yes, that's why I'm mentioning it. And not only this, you can also add things from other manufacturers too, which makes it very friendly, because we usually don't work only with one manufacturer. So let's start picking on the finishes just to see how quick we can go for this, and then create our different renderings. Okay, let's go for something that would look actually good, so that we can do a good rendering. So a good thing about the Kids Collaborator that I like pretty much is that we can pick on replace all, and all the products that are from like the same group will end up having the same finishes if we want. I think that that's very important, because we make sure that we're not picking different things, different finishes or options, and also it of course makes it quicker. We don't have to go and define and select each product when they are the same. So let's continue here. I'm picking everything in the same color just to make it look better without much effort. But I think this is very good to work perhaps then together with the design team if you want to share it with them, or the sales team if you're from sales support, because you just grab a little bit of information of what the customer wants, and then they can continue with it. But you already have a little bit of data of what they want, and you're not just like including what you understood they want, but what they really want.
exactly.
Yes, it's not like just a foggy idea of what they would like.
Martina, in the meantime, can we answer a question? We got a question here by
yes,
Sally about the integrations. She said, okay, well, you picking a typical, from the Kids Collaborator, but what if you have a typical built in a different source? I can answer that if that's okay. So because we do have, you can import, typicals from either a DWG file and also a CET file. So if your designer works with, your design team works with CET, and you have a typical floor plan that is built in CET, you can send it to the Kids Collaborator, so the salesperson or the sales support can make the changes. They can show to the client. They can make the presentation. They can also do renderings in seconds, with the fastest speed that Kids Collaborator offers. And so yes, it's integrated. Also, you can export in a DWG and a C file as well. So it makes it's not just a standalone, an isolated tool. Also, it works in conjunction with all the design tools that the market has.
So I'm almost finishing here, and I will show you how fast we can then create the renderings. And something that Laura didn't show that I would love to share with you is that the VRs that where you create the renderings, we can share with clients a link also, and then anyone with that link will have access to that rendering. So as you can see, I grabbed a typical, and in just a few seconds, I have like the idea started of a project, which then I can share with whoever I want. So,
right. Martina, something I forgot to show, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think I didn't show the list view, I think. So if you can point at how you can
configure pricing,
manipulate, exactly, yes, how to apply discounting, upcharges from the list
yes,
view.
I was thinking about that while you talked. So let me show you we have on the right side these different views. We're working from the 3D view where you can we can rotate some things. There it is. We can rotate our project and select where we want to see it from. And then we have the plan view, which is very useful to perhaps move around the products and select exactly where we would like them to be. Then the elevation view, perhaps it's sometimes useful if you would like to add a television and where it would fit best. And then we have the list view where you have access to all the products that you've been working on, and then perhaps you can select one and configure the price of it. You can work from the list price or the sell price. For example, you have a discount with that manufacturer, so you can add a discount method, for example, list less, and then add I don't know, 35% of discount, which would then impact in the quick sheet that I will be showing you right away. Then you go back, and when we create a rendering, we will work with quality. We'll just work with one rendering to show you the discount that I've just applied. You will see this PDF that you can download, and sorry, but this is, there it is.
So the point in all this, from the standpoint, Laura and Martina, as we're waiting for this to render, is to really utilize it as a tool to help sales and sales support people quickly make changes to maybe designs that have already been done. They're looking to make some additions to that. Don't want to kind of dive into the whole design environment relatively for that long period of time, but they jump into the Kits collaborator and quickly pull something together to get it signed off by the client before they drop it into the design folks to have it added to the space. Correct?
Excellent. Yes, you made the point. That's basically what the Kits collaborator is all about, and the sales support role as well. I mean, you don't want a sales support to get involved in the designing something, but at least providing ideas and information about products and getting stuff together quickly. I think that's something that it will make a difference.
Yes. So what I wanted to show you over here is that here you can see all the products you've been working on, you've added in the project, and you can choose whether to show or not the information. But the most important part is that we can also choose whether to show or not the discount we've added in the products. This is, for example, if you don't want to show it, but you want to add the discount, you just hide it over here, and you can share this PDF with whoever you want to. So here you see that you don't see it. So we go back and we turn on the VR, the Kits XR Pro version. And from here we can select the point of view we want to work from. I would also like to add the walls from where the concrete walls, for example, and the sorry, not all the walls the same, and perhaps the floor I would like this, which doesn't make the difference, but everything helps in these cases when you're selling, right? So let's create let's create the renderings. From another place. And now sorry, yeah.
No, I was going to say, yeah, the ability to create different shots in one project in seconds. That's also, very, powerful visually, because the client can see, how the furniture will look from different aspects, from different parts of the room, and that will take seconds That's what you
Yes, as you can see, I've just created them and you already have them available over here. So we click in the link and we can rotate. I don't know why the walls are missing, but I will share with you this link so that you can also see how good they look.
great. Yeah,
I
I also
will
want to share the ones
paste
that.
it, yes, in the chat. Let me see if you can already see them. You just have to click the links and then that's great because you can share it instantly with the customers and they can ask for changes in the moment. So that's very useful. Sorry. So there it is. I've just pasted two of them. I don't know if there are any more questions or.
There is a question. Maria Francesca wants to know if you can repeat the apply the discount information.
Yes, of course. Let's go. So let me hide this part. If we go to the, I will turn off the XR Pro version to work easier. But if we go to the list view, we can see all the products that are in the project. You can also search them over here by model number. For example, let's go for BPCT3. And it brings it all by itself. And you can also search by color or manufacturer if you wish, whatever information the product has, which is very useful because perhaps you want to add a discount to many products at the same time. So you just go for example, Centurion, which is the one of the options, and then you click on all of them. And we go to configure prices over here, and we can go for list less, and then we choose or add any discount we would like to add. Let's go for 40%. And then we go to apply, and the discount is already added in the project. So if we go now to the 3D view and then go to the PDF, we can create and then share. We would see now that there are more products with that discount, which sometimes is very useful because I know that sometimes the discount is with a manufacturer, not with one product, but with all of a manufacturer. So that it is very quick and it makes things easier. You see here, perhaps this product doesn't have it because I just added a discount for all the ones that have this color. Okay, so that's all about the list view. Which it is also useful because perhaps you have many, for example, we have of this product, we have 8 times, and you see that you want to delete one and you can go and delete it from here, which is also useful. So this is what the list view goes about. I don't know if I made myself clear.
No, you did.
To me, yes. Actually, we got a question here. Well, it's actually coming from Michael, about, if we are recording this webinar and we're going to hand it out afterwards. And yes, we will send the recordings to everyone. So if you want to revise this with your team, actually what I would suggest to do is, if you would like us to review this with your team, we can schedule a time so we can do a demo directly to, just to show exactly what you want to see in a one-to-one, or, in a one to your team. and then do a demo exclusive for your team. So that's the two options are available. If you do want to have you know, a further demo, or if you want to look into something specific, the visualization part or the pricing part, then we can cover that on a more exclusive demo. I don't know if there are any questions. Any other questions? Oh, Francesca, yes. Hola, Francesca. Yes, she's got a question about if you can apply different discounting depending on the product. And yes, you can select what products you want discounting, and you know, apply different discounting to different products. Could be different manufacturers, different products, product lines. You can select, you can tag also by a specific search and discount those products differently to others, or you can select one by one and do it. Excellent. One following question, it's about, I don't know if I say that, but yeah, the pricing of the Kit Collaborator. Okay, you know, everybody likes it. The tool is fantastic, and also one of the things, in addition to being very easy to deploy, then also the pricing is very it's very interesting as well, because it's $595 for the full Kit Extra Pro license. That includes all the manufacturers, includes training and the support as well.
And that's per year, right, Laura?
Yeah, sorry, yeah, that's per year per user, exactly. Yes.
So in the overall scheme of things, from a pricing perspective, as far as tools go, or software integration, the Kits Collaborator isn't a huge investment from the standpoint of dollars needed to utilize. It's pretty reasonable, and does bring the value probably within the first one or two projects that you would utilize it for. The return on investment would be there.
Exactly. If you still have doubts about it, we have 30-day satisfaction guarantee. So, and again, not only, as you mentioned, not only the price of the license is very competitive, but also, you know, the time, your team's time, that's also a lot of money. And you want a tool that is easy to use, people that, you know, they find it easy and they don't struggle with it, or they don't get frustrated. So this is the tool. That's why, you know, it's a simple tool. It doesn't require any design background. And believe me, the ROI is really amazing.
And it's lightweight, so it's designed to take with you. It's not designed to be weighted down with heavy software that you have to kind of put on your machine. It is all web-based and can take with you. I have it on my iPad, Laura. I don't know if we talked a little bit about that, but I mean, that makes it relatively easy to use as well, right? I can take it with me wherever I go, and then in the middle of a conversation I'm having with a client, I can pull my iPad out and we can discuss instantaneously what we're looking at and make changes on the fly. So I mean, that's another one of the differentiations that Kits brings to the table through the ease of use and mobile nature of the product.
Exactly. And actually, I love the Windows version because you can use the mouse and the keyboard, but the iPad is amazing, especially when I go to exhibitions. So, I'm talking to the client and I can be drawing something and they can, be showing and collaborating. So it makes it very, very friendly in a way that you can, involve people in the conversation with a visual. So it's, yeah, it works well. Both solutions are great. Also, the Surface Pro on the Windows, if you are a Windows person but you like tablets, then the Surface Pro as well it rocks really.
For those of you who are non-Apple people, there you go. High endorsement from Laura Alvarez.
Yes. And yeah, Brad. Hi, Brad. How are you? He's got a question about how much it costs for manufacturers. Manufacturers, they don't pay anything to publish the data. So as soon as your data is finished, we publish it in the Kit Collaborator, and we don't charge you for publishing on Kit. If you want to use it, if you want your support team to use it, then the cost is, again, the Extra Pro version, which is the full license for a year, is $595, sorry. But then to make your products available to dealers and reps. That doesn't cost you anything as a manufacturer. Once you have your data created, then we can import it and publish it. And then if you want to use it, yeah, then it will be a price per license.
Yeah, for Brad, just to kind of talk a little bit more about that. One of the biggest issues that we're seeing with it's not really an issue. The highlights that we're seeing with respect to this is if you have a CET convention or a CET license, as you publish for CET, what we're seeing is a lot of those manufacturers are also then sending that data and information over to KISP so that we can drop it into the KITS collaborator at the same time. So it's you do it once and then send it to both companies kind of thing, and we go from there. So that's another way to kind of think about it from the product marketing perspective as you go to that out for the CE side of things to then send it over to KISP at the same time, and we can put it in the collaborator while it's going into the CET designer. So the CET folks on the design side can get the information that way, and then the sales and sales support folks can get it through the KITS collaborator and utilize it from that side.
Exactly. We have I think we got 2 more questions. If we have some time, we can address those. I think, well, this one is quite interesting about I think Jerome is asking if he can link the KITS collaborator to the website.
Sorry, what?
Can you shut your mic off? We're getting a little bit of feedback.
Is it me? Okay, that's good. Sorry. Excellent. So yes, I think the Jerome is asking about if you can link on your website the KITS collaborator. Actually, that will be, you can, it will be the KITS product configurator, the website configurator that you can put, basically on your website, and you can, people go on your website and search for items, they get pricing, they get renderings, all the features that you just saw on KITS collaborator, you can do that by product on your website. So if you like to have a demo on that as well, feel free to contact me, or I can send you some samples, Jerome, and anyone that would like to see that will be happy to help you with that.
Catherine has a question. Are the typicals provided by the manufacturers as well, or are those developed by KISP?
I'd like to answer that, sorry. Well, both actually, yes. Manufacturers, we do have a program for manufacturers that we call the Manufacturer Partner Program, where the manufacturer gets involved in the typicals that they want to publish. They tell us, usually it's the one that the same ideas that they have on the website. But the difference is that with KITS collaborator, you can make them live. In the website, you can see them, and it's great. So for ideation and marketing, and then when you want to get your hands on it, make changes and get pricing, renderings, options, anything you can do that with KITS, because you will have the same very typical on your website, on the website, replicated on your KITS collaborator account. And also, if the manufacturer asks us to create or develop different typicals, or dealers asking for a specific manufacturer, and then we get our team involved and we do it as well. I hope that makes sense.
Perfect sense.
Brad
and we're right up on time, right? Coming up on that, so I think we've done we appreciate everybody coming on and spending some time with us. We know that your time is valuable. We look forward to, if you're going to be at NeoCon, please stop by and see us. We'll be on the 10th floor. We have a space within a space. So we have a space within the InDeal space. So if you're going to be at NeoCon, please stop by and say hello. We'd love to show you some of the new things that are going on, and please stay tuned for a lot of new things coming from KISP. We're about to relaunch and evolve the company and the brand. So you're going to start to see a lot of new things coming out of us over the next few weeks. Laura, Martina, you got anything to add?
No, I think that, yes, what you've seen today, I mean, if you like it, you can explore more on our website. This is just a little tip of the iceberg on what is KISP as a company. We do have services, we have more software products. So yes, a lot to offer. But anyway, I think this is a good start if you haven't been exposed to the whole KITS platform in KISP.
Martina, anything for you before we let everybody go?
No, everything's okay. Thank you very much to everyone.
Great. Laura, thanks for putting this on. Martina, thank you for putting this on and inviting me to tag along. I appreciate that very much. And to everybody who's been participating and watching this, thank you for your time. And we look forward to seeing you in Chicago in June.
The same here. Have a great day.
Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.